Hey there, Leilani with the Magical Solution here, and I have been getting a lot of questions about my spiritual development intensive series coming up really soon. And since I just got the 10-minute feature on my TikTok, I might as well use it for that reason. So here we go, buckle up. First and foremost, this class is for everyone 17 and older, okay? Whether you are a beginner, an intermediate, or an advanced practitioner, this class will benefit you in some way. This class is also meant for anyone who either identifies as or is interested in psychic mediumship, evidential mediumship, spiritualism, spiritism, Espiritismo, parapsychology, metaphysics. You name it, it's pretty much in this spiritual development intensive course. But the purpose is to spiritually develop with a group of people that you feel safe and comfortable with so that everyone grows together. So let's talk about what the spiritual development intensive classes actually cover. Well, there are 10 classes, 2 hours each, bi-weekly, and each class will have homework, practicum, okay, so practices within the class, and of course, tests. So make sure you get your pen and paper ready, make sure you have your tape recorder ready, make sure you have a quiet space in your home that you can listen to these classes and participate in, and make sure you have good internet and Wi-Fi. Okay, so let's break down these classes. Class number 1. This is an opportunity for all of us to not only introduce ourselves and to meet each other, but it's an opportunity for me to analyze where your baseline of development is so that I can cater future classes to you specifically. But of course, the first class is also going to talk about history, terminology, expectations from you and from me. We're going to develop our core values. We're going to develop our goals as a group together. This class is essential for us to really set the tone for the rest of the series. Class 2 is my favorite, the anatomy of spiritual bodies. This class breaks down the various spiritual bodies on a very metaphysical, biological level. It is so cool, and when you have that foundational information, understanding, working with, moving through these spiritual spaces will make so much more sense. The third class is a fan favorite, and that is spiritual hygiene practices. Yep, we are going to go over the cleansing, the grounding, the protecting, the healing, the blessing, the warding, you name it, we are going to go over it with regards to our spiritual hygiene. Why? Because spiritual hygiene 101 is an absolute must. Class number 4 is about creating sacred spaces. Now in this class, we're going to get into the electromagnetic field of the earth and why sacred spaces are so important and why there are natural sacred spaces that pop up all over the world, and what does it have to do with mediumship. It's a great class. Class number 5 is the class that everyone loves to sign up for, and that is the hierarchy of spirits. No, we're not going to talk about good and evil. We're not going to talk about which spirit is better than which spirit. No. We're going to talk about the various categories of spirit among the spectrum of progress. So if you're interested in that, this class is definitely it. Class number 6 is where we start to get juicy. So we are going to cover meditation and discernment in class number 6. But the practice itself is an opportunity for us to meet our elemental guardians, the guardians that hang out at the quarters. It's a great class that allows you to really hone in on your meditation skills and really, really develop your discernment skills, which is so needed these days. Class number 7 is the meatiest, juiciest class of the series and oftentimes requires a lot of spin-off classes, and that is developing your abilities. We are going to go over working with the clairs. We are going to go over your intuition. We are going to go over your dreams. We are going to cover divination. We are going to even try our very best to meet our primary spirit guide during that class. Yeah, it's a fun one. And then, of course, class number 8. Altars, altars, altars. We are going to be talking about our ancestral spirits, our spirit guides, and our spiritual court, and of course, how to create altars for these energies. Now, of course, we are going to cover the various traditions under spiritualism and how these various traditions might have protocols regarding these altars, and it's going to be kind of awesome. I really suggest you sign up for this one too. Class 9 is all about the spiritual masses, the circles, the gatherings where mediums get together and practice their gift. They can do that with the inspiration of a mass, meaning prayer, song, literature, or they can do it just together as a group, with some guided meditations. Either way, class number 9 is going to really deep dive into Espiritismo and Spiritism and the various ways in which masses and misas are run. We're going to go over the prayers, we're going to go over the songs, we're really going to deep dive into the literature. And then lastly, our last class, class number 10, we are going to have our own mock mass or mock Misa. So we will get together, we will practice our abilities, we will be inspired by certain themes, and you will see for yourself how your spirit moves and develops in those spaces and how your gifts get even better in those spaces. So those are the 10 classes. Now these classes you can take individually or you can take the entire series, which I highly recommend. Why do I recommend taking the entire series? Number 1, graduates of my spiritual intensive course will have an immediate invitation to all of my future Misas, masses. You will also get an immediate consideration for my apprenticeship program, where I only accept 1 apprentice per year. You will also have unlimited access to my private Facebook groups and Discord servers. And in these groups and Discord servers, you have current students, previous graduates from my classes, and elders in the community whom I have relationships with, and I trust their wisdom to be shared with you guys. Now, of course, you can sign up for each of these classes individually and you will still get your handouts. You will still have access to me regarding those classes. But if you do the entire series, you have 24 access to me throughout the entire series. And upon graduation, you will get a certificate of completion from me and the Magical Solution. But Leilani of the Magical Solution, who are you? Why are you so special to be giving me a certificate of completion? Good question. Needless to say, my qualifications for providing this class for you is about 30 years of research, practical experience, schooling, and honestly, the countless amount of people that I've helped. You can see all of those things on my website at themagicalsolution.com, as well as registering for this class at themagicalsolution.com. But of course, if you have any questions on who I am and where I come from and what I do and why I'm teaching this class, please feel free to leave me a comment or drop me an email at themagicalsolution@gmail.com. I really, really look forward to speaking to all of you and teaching all of you, and most importantly, facilitating a space where all of us can grow together. This is how we grow, guys.